Hi, my name is Eric Olson, Director of HELPS. I've been an attorney now for 40 years, probably filed 40 or 50,000 bankruptcies, but I founded and now run a law firm that protects seniors from collector harassment. And this little video is going to talk about trust deed foreclosures and what they are and how they work and what's involved. When a person buys a home and puts a mortgage on it, there's different types of mortgages. And a common type of mortgage is what's called a trust deed. The background on trust deeds is they were designed so that a bank could get property back in a quicker way and not have to wait for a person to have what's called a right of redemption. So a regular mortgage historically, when a bank foreclosed and there was a sale, a sheriff's sale, the owner of the property, the person who had the mortgage, had a right to what's called redeem the property, pay the loan back for a period of time. Some might be a year, 6 months. And so during that year or 6 months, the bank was kind of in limbo. It really couldn't sell the property because if it sold the property, no one would want to buy it because there was a chance the owner would come in with the balance on the mortgage, pay it off, and redeem the loan, and their sale wouldn't go through. So laws were put into effect, and there was kind of a trade-off. And that's what a trust deed is. I'll explain how it works. If you have a trust deed mortgage and you default and the lender chooses to go through a trust deed foreclosure, typically it would happen this way. You would have 4 months to catch up on the past due payments. Okay? So if they start the foreclosure, they would typically publish a notice each month for 4 separate months, also give you notices in writing, and telling you that on a date certain, 4 months away, that your house is going to be sold. But if you catch up the past due mortgage payment anytime during that 4 months, then the foreclosure is off the books, and you go on with your mortgage loan. Whereas in a mortgage foreclosure, if you're in default, the bank could say the whole amount's due. Okay, so on a trust deed foreclosure, you've got a period of 4 months to catch up on the missed mortgage payment. But the sale date that takes place 4 months away, at that point, when that takes place, then there's no redemption period. You no longer have any interest in the property. It's gone. And they could file a forcible entry detainer, a FED, to get you out of the property in a couple of weeks, month, or whatever. Trust deed foreclosure, when that sale takes place, it's final. You're out of the house. You have no more rights. But the nice thing about it is during that 4 month period, you have a chance to catch up on the missed payments. You can stop a trust deed foreclosure by catching up on the missed payments. The law normally provides that the payments have to be caught up at least 5 days before the foreclosure sale takes place. And if it's after that 5 days before the foreclosure sale, then you got to pay the whole amount. So you got to be careful about that. A lot of times a lender will extend a foreclosure sale for different reasons. Sometimes the trustee has authority to extend the foreclosure sale. Maybe you've got a pending sale, but you want to make sure you've got an agreement, it's in writing, and everyone knows about it. Now, is there another way to stop a foreclosure sale? Yes, there is. If you've got a trust deed foreclosure and you're unable to catch up on the missed mortgage payment, you can file a type of bankruptcy called a Chapter 13. And what that would do is it would stop the foreclosure, and then it would give you a period of 3 to 5 years to catch up on the missed mortgage payment. You'd have to resume making the regular mortgage payment and then make a payment to a bankruptcy trustee in a Chapter 13 plan that would provide to catch up the missed mortgage payment. So if you were behind $5,000 on the mortgage and there was a trustee foreclosure pending, you could file a Chapter 13, stop the foreclosure, and you could pay maybe $100 a month, or a little bit more, because you'd have to pay a little bit to the trustee for a commission and maybe attorney fees that could be paid through the Chapter 13 plan. And then the rest of the money would go to pay the creditor to pay that $5,000. But you'd have to stay current with your mortgage payment or start making them up again. So Chapter 13 is a way to stop a trustee foreclosure. Some seniors don't have any equity in the home. They can't afford the payment. Don't care. You can live in the home while it's going through the trustee foreclosure for that 4-month period, and maybe another month after that, maybe even longer. A lot of times creditors will take quite a while before they actually start a foreclosure proceeding. So there's not any rush often. Typically takes, I tell people, normally a lot of times 1.5 years to 2 years before a foreclosure would go through, sometimes longer. Recently I had a call from a guy, 9 years, but 1.5 years, 2 years is very common. I suppose theoretically it's possible for it to move faster. Typically it doesn't. So this explains what a trustee foreclosure is. I'll have other videos that talk about other types of foreclosures and other options. But hopefully this answers some questions. And if you have any more, you can call us at HELPS 855-435-7787. What we do is protect seniors and disabled persons who owe debt they can't afford from collector harassment. Under the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, if you have an attorney, collectors have to leave you alone. They can no longer communicate with you by phone or letter. They have to talk with the attorney. So that's what we do, is we represent seniors and people on disability who are receiving protected income to protect them from collector harassment. We also help in other areas, and we just wanted to inform you about this. So you have a great day.